your lower belly?
It's better than jail by like a long shot, and that's the only other place I end up.
This stuff that we do now, I never in my life thought I would be like, holy crap, I'm having fun doing this. I was going to a bunch of detoxes. Unfortunately, nothing kept working, and they just kept putting me on more meds. They kept telling me to go to psychiatrists. They kept evaluating me wrong. And I was introduced to Justin Hoffman. Came here with my sister, my brother-in-law. My family was so skeptical because, of course, this being such an alternative method, people tend not to be such believers of it at first. From the second I got here, everything just changed.
When you're doing drugs and someone just tells you not to, that doesn't help. But adding these new things, especially things like the Kundalini yoga and the float tanks and stuff like that, that really open you up sort of spiritually and open you up energetically, those are things that you just don't really get in regular life, especially not if you're just going to a methadone clinic and eating candy all day.
I didn't want to go through withdrawals again. I didn't want to go to another detox after I'd been to 30. I've been through withdrawals plenty of times, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting in my room feeling pretty suicidal, and HBO comes on with the program Vice, and they're talking about this hallucinogenic drug that is somehow curing addicts. I figured, what can it hurt? And I went down to Mexico. I had the procedure done. It took about 8 hours. And I came out of it, and I had absolutely no desire whatsoever to touch drugs. And it just came to me that, you know what, maybe I should start helping people.
The first week, I was still a little bit skeptical too. I was like, this is a lot of new information, like a lot of new things, and just a spiritual approach to it, which for me was like, no way. I'm so used to the regular, you gotta go to a doctor, you gotta do this, you gotta get evaluated, all these things. And meanwhile, he was able to provide me with a different form that is way more effective than anything that I had tried.
You always hear, if you're a drug addict, oh, you're going to be a drug addict forever, life is going to suck, it's going to be super difficult to get sober and all this shit, which is not very encouraging. This has been easy. Just the reason that you would do drugs is because it makes you feel good, and this just makes you feel good regularly. And that's something that I don't think I've ever had.
I won't mention the rehab, but the last rehab I was here, that I was at in Vegas, we would spend sometimes an hour a day painting football helmets what our emotion of the day is. And I'm sitting there listening to myself going, what is this doing to get me healthier, to heal me, to help my body, to help my brain, to help my soul? Nothing. Why are the walls all white? Why do I feel like I'm in a low-level prison? Why am I in a room with a guy who's screaming that he wants to kill me? There is nothing healing about any of these places that we have in Vegas, and that's why I just decided to actually do something myself and do it correctly.